Hello and what is up, YouTube? My name is G3 Iron, and today we are taking a look at various projects, various crafting projects, various mirror tier crafting projects that different exiles, different PoE community members have taken on throughout the course of Synthesis League to work on as projects and then offer up for mirror services. Those of you who are returning members to the G3 community know the drill, but if you're new, you can hit like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about videos just like this one if you enjoy discussions like this that we're having. And if at any point in time you'd like to jump ahead or go back in time and review any of the items that we're taking a look at in this video, there are timestamps that are placed directly above my slightly balding forehead, and those are hot linked for you down below in the video description. Of course, as always, all of these threads that we are referencing will be linked down below in the video description as well for your perusal. So first off, we've got Join Six Hearts service, his mirror service thread, and his first item is a synthesized bow. This was by far one of the coolest crafts, I think, all League. I think most people have been enjoying their bows, whether they're playing them as traditional bow characters, whether they're playing them as supports, or whether they're playing them as spellcasters in order to simply skyrocket the level of their socketed gems. And this particular bow has got +1 to level of socketed gems and +1 to level of socketed support gems on the synthesized implicit, along with +1 socketed strength gems, +1 to level of socketed intelligence gems, +1 to level of socketed gems just flat, straight up across the board, and then socketed skills deal 20% more spell damage with the mastercrafted +2 level of socketed support gems on there as well. That is a simply filthy bow. Yes, it's not on technically the best base because it's not on a Thicket Bow, but that is amazing, and he has titled his mirror shop the Soul Ren DPS #1 mirror shop. He's also got these awesome onslaught boots that are available. They are double white socketed, which is really nice. He's got the lab enchant on there, 16% increase attack and cat speed if you've killed recently, and on top of that he's got 16% increased energy shield, 8% increased move speed, onslaught, 55 to flat intelligence, 49 to maximum energy shield, 100% increased energy shield, 41% to fire resistance, 35% increased move speed, and then crafted on there 20% to cold and lightning resistance. That is an absolutely disgusting pair of boots, giving you onslaught, all the move speed in the world that you could possibly want on an energy shield based character. That is an absolutely disgusting set of boots. He's already done one copy of that, and the fee for that is 15x. I don't think I mentioned the fee for the bow. The bow is 15x mirror fee, which those of you that don't know how a mirror fee works, you pay the mirror fee plus a mirror. You hand that to the person who is doing the service, and they will hand you back the item. But the 15x is the additional price in addition to having a mirror of Kalandra in and of itself. This right here, he claims, is the best DPS helmet. He's gotten one copy of this done. It's called the Dusk Veil Synthesized Hubris Circlet. It's got 30% increased Despair Curse effect, and then the synthesized implicits +30 to maximum energy shield, +15% increased effect of auras on you, which is a massive, massive DPS boost. Then +61 to maximum energy shield, +188% increased energy shield, 14% increased stun and block recovery, and then nearby enemies have -9% to chaos resistance with +18 to quality crafted, as well as +25 to strength. It's got energy shield of 561 on a helmet. Man, that would be an amazing chess piece, let alone a helmet. The fee is 30x on that, and he's done one copy. Then he's got a double immune belt that is also up. It's got cannot be frozen, bleeding cannot be inflicted on you, +60 to strength, 30% increased chaos damage, +22 to maximum energy shield, +46 to cold resistance, 20% increased flask effect duration, and 20% increased damage. He's got a second bow that's up here as well. This is the Agony Wind Synthesized Decimation Bow. He, of course, has hit the +1 to level of socketed gems, as well as +1 to level of socketed support gems. And then he's got +1 to level of socketed strength, intelligence, as well as just flat-out socketed gems. And then he's also got 40% of non-ailment chaos damage over time multiplier, and then +2 to level of socketed support gems, which is absolutely sick. He said he sold that for 170x. It's already been sold. He's got a few more items in here, but we're going to jump on to our second mirror thread of the day, which this is from Snurb. These were some absolutely awesome boots right here. Some ES boots with an abyssal socket. It's got the lab enchant. Damage penetrates 10% of enemy elemental resistances if you haven't killed recently. 12% to fire resistance, onslaught, and then item sells much more to vendors. It's got, of course, one abyssal socket, as we already mentioned. Then it's got a bunch of flat energy shield, 49 to flat energy shield, 150% increased energy shield, 6% increased move speed if you've hit an enemy recently, then 20% move speed crafted on there, and then 9% increased movement speed if you haven't been hit recently. So again, the theme of boots with onslaught and a bunch of move speed continues. These are triple white-socketed Behemoth Road synthesized sorcerer's boots. Check these out. 30 to maximum energy shield, 20% increased energy shield, 5% increased intelligence. These boots have got 445 energy shield built on them. I don't know what else to say. Like, that's... You combine this with a helmet that gives you, 500 energy shield. I mean, between your boots and your helmet alone, that's typically what used to be like top tier end game chest piece energy shield, and you're getting that off of boots plus helmets now because of synthesis crafting. It's absolutely sick. And here is a shield. Shields are not totally outside of the meta of synthesized crafting. The Doom Mark is the synthesized titanium spirit shield. It's got 495 energy shield on it. It's got 2 synthesized implicits on it, 14 to intelligence and 30 to maximum energy shield. Then on top of that, it's got 90 to maximum energy shield, 122% increased energy shield, 48 to cold resistance, 11% increased stun and block recovery with 8% chance to block, along with 25 intelligence and 17 quality crafted on there. This one he's got as a fee of 15x. Moving on to our next forum thread, and you're just seeing the forum threads. These are amazing items. If you're shocked at these items, if you're a newer player, first off, I don't want you to say, oh my gosh, iron, I could never attain that. How do people do this? This is just ridiculous. Like, yes, these are the top tier crafts that have been made in synthesis, and these are just bonkers items. I'm not showing these off for us as a community to look at and go, oh man, how can I go and make that? But rather, I'm showing it to you, especially if you're new, to say these are the type of end game gear, top end game gear that is available in this game that you can really push your build to min-max if you so choose. So if you want to get into this game at the deepest and highest depths or highest heights of crafting, you can do that, and these are the sorts of items that you can make, and they're absolutely filthy, and they make a ton of currency. So right here we've got the Diabetes King. This is his mirror service thread with the Havoc Rend. It is a synthesized Vol Axe. He claims it is the first weapon in PoE to have 1,000 plus base DPS. So here's the Havoc Rend. These are the rolls that he's got on it. Double synthesized implicits adds 9 to 13 physical damage, along with 8% increased attack speed. Then it's got 223% increased physical damage, adds 36 to 66 physical damage, got 27% increased attack speed, got some flat accuracy, and then he's got crafted on there 17% to quality, as well as increased critical strike chance and 25% chance to deal double damage while focused. The buyout is 1 mirror. He's made 1 copy, and his mirror fee is 35x. He says once this hits standard, it will go up, especially with 3.7 coming, so get it while it's hot. That is an absolutely beautiful melee weapon in a spell-based patch with a spell-based meta. A beautiful, beautiful melee weapon that has been made in Synthesis League by the Diabetes King. All right, next up is Fitz GX. So a couple of rings and a couple of belts here. First off, the Chimeric Finger. This is a synthesized power ring. It gives 10% increased maximum energy shield, 6% increased intelligence, and gain arcane surge on hit with spells, which is ridiculous. It saves you an entire socket, and you're just running around the entire time. You're going to have arcane surge. Like, you're just going to have it as a character as soon as you equip this ring, because you're constantly going to be hitting the screen with spells, anything on the screen that is, which is great because it also means for bossing. It's not like on kill effect where you have to just blow up mobs in order to get the effect. It's just on hit, so you can get it during bossing. Even when bosses are spawning mobs or have an invulnerable phase, if there's anything that you can be hitting, you are hitting, and you're going to keep that Arcane Surge up. It's got 47 to maximum energy shield, 79 to maximum life, 16 to all resistance, 48 to fire resistance, 16% increased energy shield from body armor, which again, if you're stacking body armor and you've got a top tier body armor to go, that's what you can go for. And then 24% faster start of energy shield recharge. Then he's also got, that's been the fee has been 40 exalted for that ring, and he's done 2 copies of that in League. Then also the Gale Thread Crystal Belt. This has got 80 to maximum energy shield, and then the other stats on it are pretty good. You take 30% reduced extra damage from critical strikes, plus 47 to maximum energy shield, 10% increased maximum energy shield, 48 to lightning resistance, 16% increased energy shield from body armor, 120 energy shield regenerated per second while a rare or unique enemy is nearby. He's done 1 copy of that. Then lastly, in this particular thread, he's got the Sorrow Horn, a synthesized Hubris Circlet, which totals 536 energy shield. He's got the Lab Enchant Discipline, has 20% reduced mana reservation, as well as triple implicits for synthesized crafting, 32 maximum energy shield, 25% increased energy shield, 0.07% of energy shield regenerated per second. It has 1 Abyssal Socket. It has plus 86 to maximum energy shield, plus 50% increased energy shield, 30 to maximum life, and nearby enemies have -9 to chaos resistance, along with 74% increased energy shield. All right, moving on to our next mirror service thread. We've got Skullin here with the Honor Arc synthesized decimation bow. And so again, as we said at the beginning of the video, this was definitely a theme, just stacking bows and stacking levels inside the bow. You can see here, one of the things that really stands out with this is that socketed skills deal 20% more spell damage. That particular role, I think, has been a bigger role to hit for a lot of these bows. I've actually seen, mostly in hardcore, but I've also been observing in the softcore market, that bows, that there are several bows out there that have hit +1 to level of socketed gems, or +1 to level of socketed gems +1 level of socketed support gems. There are a lot of bows out there that have hit both of those. And then there are a lot of bows that have maybe hit socketed strength, socketed intelligence, socketed gems, but not necessarily all of them coming together at the same time in combination with socketed skills deal 20% more spell damage. That's just absolutely ridiculous. His buyout is 5 mirrors is what he's got this for. And then of course he explains what the mirror process is. For a mirror service, you trade the mirror, he provides collateral if needed, you get the mirror item back, and then there's the trade fee, which for this particular bow is only 10x, and he's done 3 copies of this bow. What an amazing bow. All right, lastly but not leastly, we've got Timmy's Mirror Central by Timmy and B. Trevor. He does have a synthesized Thicket Bow that's got the +1 to level of socketed gems, +1 to level of socketed support gems. Then he's got Strength, Intelligence, and just straight up socketed spell gems, along with the crafted +2 to level of socketed support gems. With socketed skills deal 20% more spell damage and some dexterity for added measure, which is really nice because a lot of characters that are spell-based characters are going to need the dex in order to use a Thicket Bow, which has a high dex requirement. So it's really, really nice that he's got that on there. He says, why dex? Dex allows us to save 1 skill point on the tree, allowing the use of the bow without tossing extra points into 30 dex nodes or having to focus on getting dex on other random rares. There aren't really any other more useful suffixes, and 1 passive point can do a lot when min-maxing. And it's now got 3 white sockets, which is simply amazing. He's got 6 copies done presently in his mirror service thread. Then he's also got these boots, which of course the theme of the league for boots is onslaught and move speed. Damage penetrates 10% of enemy elemental resistances if you haven't killed recently as the lab enchant, plus 30 to maximum energy shield. Onslaught as the double implicit from synthesis crafting. Then 49 to maximum energy shield, 100% increased energy shield, 45 to cold resist, 45 to fire resist, 48 to cold resist, 35% increased movement speed, 25 to strength, and 18% to quality with 3 white sockets. Those boots If I have a mirror in standard, that's where they're going. They're going towards those boots, and I'm going to make a Suki-esque character. But anyway, enough of that. What's crafting been like for you during Synthesis League? We just took a look at some of the best synthesis items that are out there that people are spending mirrors of Kalandra on and tossing tons and tons of currency at. But I'd love to hear from each of you how your crafting has gone in Synthesis League. I, for myself, many of you that have been following along the channel know I really wanted to make a +1 to socketed gems bows. I have now done that 3 times. I sold one of them. I'm playing in hardcore, so the economy is a little bit different, but I did that 3 times out of 7 attempts, so I am quite happy with the rolls on that, and I've still got a couple of bows to do here as we are wrapping up regular synthesis over the next month or so. So I am quite excited for all of the crafting that I was able to get done. I did not get to make any Arcane Surge on hit rings, and I did not get to make thus far any Onslaught boots. So maybe over the next month I'll be able to save up enough currency to try and aim for those. But we'll see what the hardcore trade league is like once Flashback starts, because it's already pretty much a graveyard at the moment. It's pretty much pulling teeth to get any kind of trades right now. So that's been my crafting experience, but what's your crafting experience been like thus far in Synthesis League? Leave us a comment down below, and as always, I hope today is the day a Mirror of Kalandra drops for you and you're able to spend it on one of these absolutely filthy, gorgeous synthesized items.
Nice patrons, yes, good patrons. They're so kind and supportive.
I can't believe you watched that thing. That was good job. You did it. You got through the whole video. Yay!